How Oshiomole created Nddc leadership crisis, says Idahosa. Chief Charles Idahosa is a former political advisor to Adams Oshiomole when he was the governor of Edo State. He also served as the Commissioner for Information. In this interview by Sunday Adepoju, he speaks on the renewed resolution of the National Assembly that President Muhammadu Buhari relieve the service chiefs of their appointments and the ongoing probe of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Nddc. As candidates set up campaign for the September 19 governorship poll in Edo State, and a question is being put to Chief Charles Idahosa, asking him that, what do you think are the chances of the standard bearer of your party, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Governor Godwin Obaseki? And he said the governor has performed excellently well, and I believe that his performance will give an edge over his opponents. Also, he has defeated his major opponents before and is poised to do so again. Then Obaseki won the 2016 election with 319,483 votes, while Pastor Sagize Yamu had 253,173 votes. That is a difference of more than 66,000 votes. In terms of percentage, Obaseki scored 52% of the votes to Ize Yamu's 41%. So if he can do that in 2016 when he was just coming on board, what do you think will happen 4 years after, when he has been tested and the people of the state are clamoring for him to return for another term? But many people have expressed concern that politicians often focus more on calling instead of issues relating to the welfare of the citizens. What would you like to see in the ongoing campaign by the candidates? And he said, I believe Obaseki doesn't need to campaign much. The job has been done for him 4 years ago by Adams Oshiomole. He has done the campaign for Obaseki and the PDP. We are already putting together all that he said about Izeyamu and Obaseki 4 years ago. We are going to put it on billboards and other places for people to see and listen to what he said about the two candidates 4 years ago, and then leave the good people of Edo State to make up their minds. Most of the things Oshiomole said then are in public domain, and Izeyamu has not come out to say Oshiomole was telling lies about him. But the National Assembly has been embroiled in crisis with the presidency over the tenure of service chiefs and activities of some ministers. How do you see the developments? And he said, I have been following the activities of the National Assembly and the ministers. The truth of the matter is that a lot of Nigerians have no clear picture of what they are dealing with. I think the whole issue started after the dissolution of the National Working Committee, NWC, and the removal of Adams Oshiomole as the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress. Like I have always said, whatever people care to listen, whether people care to listen or not, what we are witnessing right now is an attempt by the National Assembly to frustrate and deal with the executive arm of government so that they can prove who really is in charge of government. As far as I'm concerned, what is also happening is a fight for the 2023 presidency. We all know who Adams Oshiomole is rooting for as candidate for the 2023. So what we are witnessing right now is a fight to show who is in charge, especially when you consider the manner in which the APC was formed. The biggest partner in that merger, which produced the APC, is Senator Bola Tinubu from Lagos State. He came into the merger with the highest number of governors and legislators. In the first tenure, we all saw what happened in the 8th National Assembly, and it is the same thing that is happening now. So what is your take on the probe of the Nddc and back and forth claim by Minister of Niger Delta, Godswill Akpabio, that most of the contracts were given to National Assembly members? He said the man who said they are taking most of the contracts knows that he's talking about, he knows what he's talking about. He's the Minister of the Niger Delta Affairs supervising the Nddc, so he's bound to have documents to back up his claim. He has been told to produce the list of the lawmakers who got contracts, and he has not said he doesn't have it. We all know that the NDDC is in a mess. Look at the role of Oshiomole in the crisis in the Nddc. He created the problem for Edo people with the board appointment when he was the APC national chairman. He made use of the National Assembly members to hurriedly confirm the numbers of the Nddc board. He tried to create problem among the Edo South people. He nominated Pius Odubu despite knowing that the law setting up the Nddc made it clear that the appointment of chairman should be based on an alphabetical order. The first state that produced the chairman of Nddc was Abia in person of Chief Onyema Ugochukwu. The last state that produced the chairman of the Nddc was Cross River. The next state was Delta, but Oshiomole jumped Delta and moved it to Edo. When the attention of the president was called to it, he immediately dissolved the board and Odubu was removed. Look at what happened in Edo State last weekend. I never believed that after all that Oshiomole had gone through, he would still come back to Benin in the night and arrange motorcycles, taxi drivers for a rally while his people in his constituency was still mourning the sudden death of a former governor, a former speaker of the State House of Assembly, Sakawano Garuba. People were mourning, but Oshiomole was moving about with Okada riders in the night saying he was campaigning. We even heard that other relations were kidnapped between Kogi State and Okpila in Edo while on their way to Auchi for the late Zakawano's funeral ceremony. He went to Abuja to represent us as APC national chairman for 4 years, but he could only do 2 years and 2 days before he was booted out of office. Honestly, guys, what I really don't understand about these politicians, you see, Dausa was at the other side and with Oshiomole, but now the center can no longer hold. It's now with a Obaseki. What makes us think that again, when very soon he will not begin to tell us another thing about Obaseki? That is how they always jump from places to places. And also concerning this crisis Oshiomole created, because Oshiomole was telling us that it was Obaseki that made them to lose that position while Odubu was there, or people who were nominated from Edo State were there, that it was him that made them to lose the appointment in Nddc. That is the allegation Oshiomole is levying against Obaseki. And now this man is telling us another thing. You know, who are we to believe? Oshiomole will tell you, oh, it is not his fault. Oh, it is the fault of Obaseki. And just he's telling us that, oh, it is the crisis Oshiomole created in Nddc that caused the removal of Odubu. So they are all there just to tell us what it is and what is not. But let Edo people decide who they are going to vote for. That is just my own point of view. So let's hear your opinion. Let's have your take and let's know what you think about this. Thank you.